Hang on, Mr. Douglas. Yeah.
Double digits now, everybody. Double digits. It's Chapter 10's exploration episode today of Ingo Swann, Secrets of Power, Volume 1. And only one excerpt today. We'll make this a quick one. We'll make it short and sweet. Because the point Ingo makes is very straightforward. Now, the title of this chapter, Chapter 10, is Empowerment and Depowerment versus Power Games. And it's a really interesting chapter. He explores the idea of the kind of mechanisms by which these, for lack of a better term, programs are kind of played out in a way that appears or can be couched in a kind of frame of mind as games. Power games, to be exact. And conversely, games in which are meant to be expressly preventative as no power games, as in, no, you're not going to get any power as long as I'm playing this game. In order to build a little bit more context around the quote, the excerpt that I have available, he does define games in 5 different ways. 1, amusement, diversion, fun, sport, we're all familiar with that. 2, a procedure for gaining an end or a field of gainful activity. In other words, something worth pursuing in one way or another. 3, a physical or mental competition, conducted according to rules with the participants in direct opposition to each other. Think bar trivia. 4, a set of rules governing a game. 5, a situation involving opposing interests given specific information and allowed a choice of moves with the objective of maximizing their wins and this is me saying this, importantly considering, minimizing their losses. This chapter, as well as all of the chapters in the book, because they're all fantastic in elucidating and expanding our awareness, but this chapter is great in that it couches these ideas in the perspective of games. We all play them every day. Whether we know it or not, we are participating in any kind of number of games. And any of you out there who remembers the commercial, you can be a winner at the game of life. You can, as long as you know you're actually playing a game, and that there are games being played with us in it, whether we want to play or not. So anyway, he throws down this idea that there are such things as power games that people play. Hey, Game of Thrones, right? In the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. But conversely, there's also this idea of no power games, which are games expressly played to ensure that power does not erupt, come about, unfold amidst the masses. And so we will weave ourselves into the excerpt from Chapter 10 here. Let's take a listen. As discussed in Chapter 7, there is one generic type of specific information that is hardly ever given to anyone. That information is specific to knowledge of power itself and to the ways and means of gaining empowerment. Information not given regarding power and empowerment, of course, sets up a condition that can be referred to as no game. Not giving information helps ensure that no games regarding them will come into efficient existence. In this light, definition number 5 above can be slightly rephrased in order to help better grok no games power situations. No games can be thought of as a situation of opposing interests, such as the powerful versus the powerless, the lesser of which, the powerless, is not given specific information so as to minimize or obviate a choice of moves against the greater, the powerful. In that sense, the objective of the powerful is to erase and prevent game situations from developing between them and the powerless. Yes, there we have it, right there at the end. No games are games set up so that no games would be set up in the first place, between the powerless and the powerful as best as they can muster. Pew, pew, pew. Games played to make it so nobody's going to awaken to their own innate power within themselves. and find ways to empower themselves as an individual. One of the many reasons why this and the second volume are just fantastic foundations. To come up against the wall that is the reality that we live in a place that is not suited specifically for individual empowerment. It is suited primarily for the continuation of the power structures, survival, and flourishing. And with that frame of mind, it's very interesting to look around today and all days as we move forward. Because I don't know about you, but it seems like the foundation that these structures are built upon are getting a little shaky. Now that's okay. To me, at least, it says that there are more and more people awakening to the fact that they are, in fact, more powerful than this societal structure has led them to believe. And in the long term for the human species, this is only a good thing. If in the end I look at you and find a respect for the power within you and you as an expression of that power, that is a good thing for the human race as a whole. If you can in turn look at me and see me as an expression unique and powerful, innate, like the rest of our species, this is a good thing. This can only lead us into a better situation. I think we are rumbling along a very bumpy road and getting to a much more pretty plateau. But boy, if this road isn't bumpy. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I will say this, that throughout each generation, we're all going to express and experience our individual empowerment differently. And amidst our generations, each individual is going to be expressing that differently. But I just watched a very funny video from Viva La Dirt League, which I must shout out. They are comic geniuses, mainly for those that do play video games, but they've got a great series on psychological help. And this in particular, this video that I just watched, was all about boomer dads and the difficulty in which boomer dads have in saying expressly, explicitly, I love you to their offspring. In this case, it was his son. Very funny, certainly relatable. My personal experience, I recognized it early. My father is not a boomer father. In fact, my father is a little bit older. However, I recognized early on that it was, okay, thanks very much. Yep, all right, got you too. Shake hands, yep. And I broke that barrier down as quick as I could. I was like, nah, we're hugging. Nah, sorry, we're gonna hug. I love you, Dad. I gotta express this. I can't not express the fact that, yo, I'm happy you're my dad. And it took a little while, but I wore him down. And it's not as like, oh man, okay, Dad, I love you, bye, see you later if you get back from the store. It's not like that. It is, however, much more of an open communication field, all things considered. It's far from perfect. Let us not make any more assumptions in that direction. However, it's a lot better than it once was. And this particular video is a great video in representing how different generations are able to express their own individual empowerment perspectives in a very funny way. You want to laugh? Check out Viva La Dirt League. You want to get to know the amazing man behind this work and these fantastic words? Visit ingoswann.com, ingoswann.com. And absolutely have me in your ear, because we're out, baby. The audio version of Ingo Swann's Secrets of Power Volume 1 is available on audible.com. The link will be in the description. We're here. And the world, although in a very bumpy road at the moment, will get better as long as we lean into our own individual empowerment. It's species-wide. We just gotta shine, each and every one of us, in our own very awesome, unique way. That's what we're doing here today, you and me together. And until the next episode, keep on shining on, and more power to you. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging.